Hi, everyone. Hi, Becky. Becky, you give me a thumbs up when you're ready and I'll bring you in. Hi, guys. Happy Seed Bead Saturday. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having pouring rain, and I got caught out in it. And so apologies for the hair. I couldn't. I would rather bead than do my hair. So, and it is Seed Bead Saturday. So, I've got some gorgeous things on the mat. I've got Becky here. She's going to join us in just a second. And I have some news, some giveaways, something cool happening in the shop. I'm making lemonade with something from Etsy that I can share with you guys that you'll find probably amusing, especially since it's going to work out for your benefit. But yeah, so let's see here. What can I start with? Let me start with the giveaway. So I'm going to just really quickly, I forgot to bring up the screen that does the giveaway. So let me just do that really quick. And then I will have something to show you guys. And hi, everybody. I see Jenny's here, Stacy, Eloise, everyone. So let's see here. I'm going to just go ahead and try to my StreamYard thing. And let's see here. And we're going to do our Seed Bead Saturday with Becky. And so let's have our giveaway be hashtag Becky. That's BEKI. BEKI. And I'm going to start collecting now. And then let me share this with you guys just really quick. So let's do a share screen, share that one, and share. Okay. So today's giveaway. And Becky, is it okay to add you? Can I add you? Thumbs up? Because I can't hear you yet. Thumbs up if you're good. Here, let me add you. It's okay to add you? I hope it's okay.
Testing.
Oh, you got sound. Yay. It wasn't, I didn't hear you because I hadn't added your camera to it yet. So thank you for being here. And happy Seed Bead Saturday. I don't know about you, but today's been kind of crazy for me. Like I got caught out in the rain. Everything's taking I'm like behind on everything. Like everything's like do. I've got visitors. I've got house guests. So, but they all went to the museum, so I've actually got the place to myself right now. So kind of good.
Oh my God.
And so I'm just gonna pop the giveaway up on the screen really quick. Let me stop the sharing on this. There's our hashtag, guys, for the giveaway. And so what I'm going to give away is I'm going to do 2 drawings. One of them is going to be a tube of the mix from last Monday.
Oh, it's so pretty.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
And this one, I actually have a demo to share. So I have finished the design that I started, and I've got an idea for the clasp. So I'm going to share that today along with other ideas, and then give away what is the last tube that I have, actually. And then my other giveaway is part of the fun thing I want to share. Here it is. Okay. For my giveaway, I'm going to give away an entire bag of these magnetic stitch-ins. These are tier cast, last of the batch that I have. And so this is my second giveaway for today. And then the news is Etsy has decided that it is not okay for me to sell these in my store anymore. And I don't know why, but it was removed for being a hazardous materials listing. I'm sorry, but something made in California of like pewter by artisans under Prop 65 is not a hazardous material. And in my humble opinion, nor does it contain anything that is under any other policies that I went through, some of which are quite shocking if you scroll.
It's honestly a little ridiculous.
So I must have used a word or something. I don't know. Rather than figure it out, everyone who places an order is going to get a free one. So
that's fantastic. What a great time to order from you then.
I know, right? I'm going to, until I run out. And when I run out, apologies, but I'm just going to throw one in every order between now and when I run out. So, and I have a few orders haven't packed yet. So if you haven't seen your shipping notification pop up yet, then you already got one coming. So I've got a few still sitting in my dining room. So that's my news. Yeah, it's so crazy what they and there's really nobody to call and ask like, hey, why'd you guys remove my listing? Like, I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
No.
So it's all good.
It can be difficult, right? Like
it's wild time.
But yeah, that is super fun.
Yeah.
to
So
have
how's your
that.
Saturday going? Is it good?
It's going pretty good. I did some yard work earlier today. I got a few other things taken care of around the house, and now I'm ready to like just do some beading, have some fun,
I'm with
do
you.
all of that. Yeah.
I know this is like our relaxation time, believe it or not, everyone. Like,
Yeah.
it's so true.
What would I do if I couldn't do this? I don't know.
I know, right? So true. So I see you got your mat. Should I add your mat real quick? I
Yeah.
bring it in. Oh, wow. Tell us what you have going on here. Here, I'm going to make this one.
Okay, so I still am using this celebration mix
Yeah.
that you had out there, but you've done so many like herringbone stitch tutorials lately that I thought I'd do a different kind of herringbone with some wire. And we'll
Oh,
just
that's so
do some little
cute.
herringbone
Aw.
wrap owls because it is fall, y'all. I'm shifting from my spooky season, like everything, to focus completely on that. And this is just the perfect bead mix for this. And I've got this set of owls that you sent me. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna do those. So I figured I'd show everybody how to do one with a loop on both ends and one without a loop on one end, so you can have an earring. And then I just make a little owl bracelet with these guys all together.
That's beautiful. I love that. That is so cute. Oh, it's
They,
darling.
they are
Oh, I think that's
sweet.
so good. Yeah. And what a cool way to use those owls. You know, I need to add a few more of those to the shop. Those are very fun. We had the
They're
green
really.
ones. I
I
definitely
love
need to
like
add.
the different colors that they have. Like this one's got the amber color on one side, but then it's got that like finish on the other side.
I still have some of those actually. I just don't have them listed.
Mm.
It was the listing that I had. It said sold out, but then I looked in my batches and I still had a bunch left. So I must not have listed them all. I may have had like a kit plan. And old me
Oh.
didn't write it down, so new me has no idea what I was thinking. I do have a few of those hanging around. So I should dig those up.
I I have a little baggie that I put like some beads and some silver silk together, and I was like, I have a plan for this, and then I completely forgot what my plan was, and I'm gonna have to figure out if I can remember it. It's this one. Is it this one right here? Yeah, I was spooky.
Oh,
It's like I made myself a little like kit or something
oh,
with
that's
some orange beads, but then I had these orange beads and 2 lengths of this black, like the hematite color. Oh no, it's not 2 lengths, it's a single length. And then these little bits of this is black craft wire. And I had cut a whole bunch of them. And I don't know what I was going to be doing with that. I have no idea what my plan was. But I
oh,
put
no.
it all together in a little baggie and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this later. I guess.
Oh my goodness. We need to write notes to ourselves, really do. We get
Right.
so many ideas all at once that
Maybe I'll
well, you
figure it out. I don't
inspired
know.
me. Owls are so cute. I hope you
Yeah,
remember what you were gonna create there. If not, you'll probably come up with a new idea because you have
probably.
so many great ideas all the time. I love what you've been posting. You've been posting some really great stuff.
Thank
Like
you.
things.
It's fun. I like challenging myself to like come up with something new. But also sometimes it's fun to revisit things that you've done before, you know?
Yeah.
It can be lots of fun. But I'm using 22 gauge wire for this
Oh yeah.
because it's a little more flexible than like 20 gauge. And the additional like layers will help like give it more stability.
Oh, that is so cool.
But yeah, I
Hey.
cut off about 15 inches of it
Oh, okay.
for one of these because it eats up wire when you do this.
It does. Yeah, those kind of projects tend to. I'm gonna make your mat the big mat. Are you gonna dive in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
Why
do
not?
it.
Because
Yeah,
like I can do like a couple of the other ones while you show your stuff.
sure.
You know, because I didn't do all of them. I made a couple, but I can make more. But yeah, so probably the last quarter of it is where you're going to be working on it. So like one end. And it's just making a wrapped loop on this end, and you want to give yourself plenty of wire to work from over there because you're going to want to use a lot of wraps. because the wraps are what are going to hold the herringbone stuff in place
Oh,
on
yeah.
it. So you
Oh,
want
that's
like several of them. So I just made a little bend and I'm pulling the wire around with my round nose pliers. And I'm going to start wrapping, and I'm going to wrap around about maybe 7 times, and that's going to give me 2 of these herringbone wraps. You want to add maybe 3 wraps per extra loop that you'd want to do. Like if you did 3, like maybe 10 wraps around would be sufficient.
Oh, okay.
That way there's room for all of those wires to get wrapped around. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do one more. You good measure. Right, because I'm going to be wrapping around it with the beads. Also, 22 gauge fits best in these check glass owls because they don't have the largest holes. So I'm going to want to make another wrap loop on the other end. And yeah, I've got a lot of wire here. It's going to probably hit the camera at some point. This camera's right there. So oh, no, I want to bend a little bit higher up. So I want there to be enough room for that. And you can, a real quick thing that you can do is check what part of your chain nose pliers fits between there, and then just hold it at that part. That way
What a
you'll
great that is. That is so neat.
measure the right amount of space to be able to wrap around. All right, so let's get this all the way around. And because you're wrapping around it, it doesn't have to be pretty.
Oh,
No.
cover it up. That's true.
You can make it look nice if you want to, or you can just let it go, live its life, be as messy as it wants to be, as long as it fills up that space. And once it fills up that space, then you can start adding beads onto it. And I just did kind of a random pattern. You could do like each loop of these, you could make it a separate color or something. I think that would look really cool.
That would be cool. That would be so nice.
But I'm doing it random like this, but not really random, because when it's really, really random, you get like groups of colors, like clumps of colors together, because it's actually random. So I'm just, putting a different color on than the last one. Some of them there might be 2 together. I don't know. But I'm not counting them either, because it's really easy once you've got some on here to measure it to see if it's the right length or the right amount of beads by
Pretty.
bending it around like that. And then I think I am 1 bead too many. Nope, 2 beads too many.
Deborah says this will be great with skulls too. Yeah, that would be.
Yes.
Cool.
That would be fantastic. I'm wearing my like Day of the Dead necklace that I made earlier, because November 1st and 2nd are Day of the Dead.
That's right. That's today. I was going to mention that earlier, and then I totally forgot again. My memory is like, I don't know. It's mostly working.
Okay,
So cool.
so I don't know if you saw what I did. I wrapped it around the post, so it keeps going. So crossed over the front, around the back, so it's crossed over the front again. And then we're just going to bring it back down this way, but I'm going to add some beads before I do that.
Oh yeah, and the birds too. Melanie says the birds would work.
Yes.
Cute. I would love that.
There's a lot of fun things that you can do to wrap these. I think probably like some of the larger check glass beads that are center drilled, or
yeah. Okay.
Those would look really cool with some beads wrapped around them too.
That's neat. That would be so pretty. And you could just basically almost use any beads, right? I mean, the celebration mix is gorgeous with this, but would it work with would you think 8-0 or
yeah, it would actually. I've used them with like 4mm beads and that sort of thing.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
It's a lot though. There takes up a lot of space on there. But usually like the smaller beads look kind of the best. So once again, I put too many on, but that's okay because it's super easy to adjust. So I've got my extras over here. I'm just going to take them off while I do this next wrap.
Okay.
And you go over the top, around the back. So you're coming over like that. And that's it. That's the
Oh, that's
herringbone
awesome.
wire wrap. It's one of those things that like, it's really easy, but it's also really hard because when it's just wire without the beads, it can be a little difficult to get the wraps, to get each of the wires to lay down nicely next to each other. So it takes a lot of practice to get that. But when you put beads on it, it's totally fine. Beads are a great way to...
Oh, look, it's so cool. Debbie
make
asked me where you got your bead board, your super cool bead board in the background.
Oh yeah, I got it from Amazon. It's the Hobby Worker bead mat and board. And it is one of my favorite things to bead on. Like, I like bead on it boards for like when I'm not at my desk, but at my desk, this is perfect. And I have several of them, so like I can have like all of my stuff out on it, and then when I want to work on a different thing, I can pick it up and like stack it somewhere else and pull out another one.
That's perfect. Being able to stack them is really key.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so here I need just a couple more. So it's easy to adjust as you go, so you don't really have to count how many beads you're putting on.
Oh, and Blossom, she is using 22 gauge. Is that right, Becky?
Yes,
22?
that is correct. I went for antique copper because it's a good color to go for fall.
I love
like
that.
Antique copper and like brass and stuff. Or like antique gold. That's another good color for fall.
Oh, Tina, that's super cool. Tina says she makes spring every year because today is well, so yesterday, one of the days was All Souls Day. Is that today or yesterday? And is that the same thing as Day of the Dead?
I don't know if it is the same thing or not. It might be like similar.
Yeah, I think because a friend of mine yesterday, I was live with
the same roots, you know.
She likes a candle, and so I'm assuming that's the same holiday, but I'm not sure. Oh, yesterday. Blossom saying that was yesterday. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All Saints Day yesterday, and then today All Souls. Okay. Gotcha.
So like, there we go. All Saints Day and All Souls Day. All right. So there I had one extra one, so I'm just going to take that extra one off. And then right here, I'm just going to wrap a couple of times around here because I'm just doing 2 of these. Again, you can do 3, but it just makes such a nice little halo around them. And then tuck in your little ends. And you're good. And since I'm going to be making this into a bracelet, and like most human beings, we have like rounded wrists. I have never met anybody with like a Toblerone shaped wrist. So I like to just give it a little bit of a bend here so that when I put them together, they'll be a little bit bendier. It's a really small movement like that. Just to give them a little bend. Just to make them fit better when I turn it into a bracelet.
That's so cool. You're getting lots of compliments in the chat.
Thank you.
I might need to throw some owls in with folks' orders. I don't have them listed right now because they're not. I used to have a listing for them where they were like individual, but I'm thinking it'd be better to put a bundle of all different colors because you've inspired me the way you've done that.
Yeah, because I mean, these are all different colors.
Well, don't be surprised if I throw them in the orders, guys.
I'm gonna just see how long this is and see if I need to make another one. So I'm going to start putting these together just with some jump rings.
Yeah, let's see.
Twisting them together. And I'm going to, because there's like a distinct front and back to these, I'm putting their fronts together when I hook them up.
Ah, yes.
So that when I... Okay. Why are you so awkward? It's because I'm on camera. And my...
That's the on-camera Murphy's Law. Always.
Right? Yeah. See, that way, like, the fronts are all on the same side. And it comes out.
Oh, that's so neat.
Yeah. Like, it's a little bit quicker than some, like, bead weaving patterns, but it is also a fun way to use some of these seed beads.
Yes, yeah, it is. That's a great one.
If you need like a more immediate fix, because I've got like I've been making the Beetlejuice bracelet, one of them.
Oh, you
But it takes a while. It takes a while. I'm still working on it.
I hear you on that. Yeah, I haven't finished my second one yet. I've been working on it off and on, but then something always takes over my mat, something that I have to get done usually, and so I just kind of push it aside and go to the next thing. And
Oh, these guys aren't linked correctly. I gotta do that right. So I was talking instead of thinking about what I was doing.
oh yeah, whenever I'm talking, that's what happens to me too.
Okay, so that's the back and that's the back. All right. So back to back or front to front. Then when they're stretched out, they'll be facing the same way.
There you go.
Oops.
Everyone's saying great design and so pretty.
Thank you, guys.
I feel like this is the first time I've relaxed all day.
I was like pulling like big weeds out of my yard today, and so like my back is like, why would you do this to me? I do need to do one more. I've got some space right there, so I'll do one more. Do you want to show what you're doing while I make that?
Sure, yeah. Bring us back here, and I will just I'll highlight my mat really quick. So I've got the design that I started the other day. I finished it and I ended up going with a two-tone. So, and again, that was made with that little mini drop mix that I did with those. These are 11 Matubo. If you guys really like this, I can look into restocking it. I only listed about maybe 35 of them and they're all gone now. But for the folks that bought one, I wanted to show what I did with it and how I finished it. And so I'm going to show you how I attach this little jump ring. And it's actually something I do a lot. It's my standard go-to thing, and it looks really cool on. I love styles like this that have, you know, like a two-tone thing happening, like, and it came out so nice. I'm really happy with how this came out. I was excited about it. So here's how I attached the jump ring, and this was just a pretty textured jump ring that it's from None Design. I don't currently have them in the shop, but I really should. I think I'm going to add these in like the bags. If there's interest in that, let me know. I just need to place an order, but I love everything that she creates. Beki and I. She makes beautiful, organic looking, gorgeous things that I think just really make your design pop. So what I did is I weaved back and then I did this little indent in the little fold over thingy.
But they're not hazardous, are they?
Oh gosh. I don't know. Like, so it took me so long. I was sitting here, in case anyone's late joining, we're referring to these clasps here, which is a different item, but they're from, this is old tier cast stock. This is magnetic size 8 stitching. And for the longest time I had them in my shop. And then I noticed, I don't know if it happened today or if I just noticed it today, but Etsy delisted it and told me that I was not allowed to list hazardous and or offensive materials in my shop. So it's either hazardous or offensive, but I don't know which one. So, and I have a ton of them. So I'm dropping one in everybody's order until I run out. And I'm giving away a whole bag today. And then we'll, if I run out, I'll switch to owls, guys. And if you have a preference, you can write it in the notes to seller on there. But I've got those 2 unlisted. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to start throwing stuff in. Why not? Because it's, I don't know, guys. I got to get off Etsy, but I'm scared because I don't know how to do the there's one thing they do really nicely, which is they create all the sales tax stuff. You like don't have to worry about that. They do everything for you with the sales tax. And it's hard to be a small business owner right now. And like, even if you have Nexus in a state, some states, like they make you report all, like every single, even here in just like in Washington, I would have to report every single city and municipality and collect for that one.
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
Does Shopify do that?
So I heard that Shopify does. And then of course, if I use I would probably end up going with like e-commerce in Squarespace because that's where my website is built into, and I have friends that's what they're using that could help me. But they live in different states than I do, and they're not subject to the same things that would happen to me here in Washington. So I need a Washington-based person using Squarespace.
You need a Washington mentor.
I need a Washington mentor who's navigated this because I guess I have this like fear of getting in trouble and doing something wrong. It's like terrifying for me. Like,
I understand that. Yes. I'm gonna be like breaking down my door because you forgot to like collect the taxes for this one city.
I know. So, and Debbie's saying every city, every country. So here's the thing: I don't actually know for sure. I think I'm okay because I'm small, but I don't know what counts as small for what states. But then, so I thought about asking other people, but the people that I would ask, they're all in different states, so I don't know how to quite figure it out. And we have other stuff going on here that's like kind of complicated. Like there's business and occupation, which they don't even worry about like what your material cost is and things like that. They just want to know like what did you earn in total, like revenue wise, and then they hit you with a number on that number.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's terrifying. I was like, I don't know what to do. So
yeah,
I need
this is hard.
It is. I need to like just, put on my big girl pants and go figure it out. But I just haven't done this yet because I keep having stuff pop up like that I got to take care of. And I don't know. I need to do it. Oh, hey, Kimberly says she's a sales tax specialist. Oh my gosh, Kimberly, I need you. I woke up this morning and thought about like, okay, I do actually need to look into getting someone to help me with this stuff because I'm not an expert in it. And it's going to become a limiter, like where I'm going to be afraid to change and grow because I'm afraid it would mean I would have to do stuff that I don't understand. So,
oh man, but having like a tax specialist who can help you with that is going to be like a huge bonus if you can do that.
Yeah, and I just totally need to meet with a CPA. That's what Kimberly is saying. I'm going to for sure on my list of things. And then hey, if I get off Etsy, then I can list magnetic items again.
You can get that Tiara cast back on there.
Yeah. I know. I meant to ask some other folks that sell that kind of stuff and see if they've had the same problem, but I figured, yeah, it's just a small amount of stock anyway. But yeah, let me go ahead and focus on I'll show you guys this. And then if I have time, I have another project set aside that also is really fun. That's just in my list of like little dreamy things that I wanted to do. But this is the, oh, wait, what's that? Sorry if I missed
your projects.
I know, so many.
I want to do like just a little like peyote stitch thing with like these orange beads and these red beads that were in this. Like just have green as the background and then just have the orange and red bead like little leaves. But I haven't tried doing that yet because I've never done like a peyote chart. I've done charts for knitting.
I would happily teach you that. That's so cool. It's really easy. Super easy and super fun.
Okay.
And so all I did there, guys, I just weaved back through. I'm doing a little bit of reinforcing. And now I'm going to make a turn to bring me through this spot right here. And I'm going to work this way just with the center in what's kind of like a single column peyote. This was a multi-drop design. So now I'm just going to match the beads that are here. So there's these two. So we'll go through these two right here. Okay. And then I'm going to pick up the same beads in reverse and head right back through the last two that I just added.
I stopped beading so I could watch what you're doing.
Oh, you did? And I showed starting this in a completely different video. So it may be that if you guys love this design, I may need to actually do a full like recorded one, you know?
Yeah.
But, oh, and I've got one bead that just doesn't want to go through there. Hang on, I got to substitute that one out. I noticed that the copper-lined crystal has a few throughput issues on it. It doesn't like always have a hole in it, which is kind of essential for a seed bead, I think. There we go. All right, so I think I just carried this out for like maybe 3 or 4. I can't remember how many I did. But see how we're just building a jet out of the center?
That is so clever. You are so clever when you do things. I'm just always like, whenever I watch you like be like, oh, just do this. I'm like, who thinks this way? Danielle thinks this way.
Well, I would say like seed beaters in general though, like we're the kind of people you could easily distract with puzzles that if you wanted us to like not notice something or just be really distracted for a while, just put a puzzle out and we'll sit there and we'll tinker with it and we won't notice.
Like that old like wives' tale or something where like to distract a fairy, just like spill salt on the floor and they have to count it.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly true.
It's like us, but with seed beads.
It's all true.
Spill some seed beads and we'll sit there and like sort it out.
Yep. Let's see. I'm going to see if I missed any question. Oh, are you using thread or fireline? In this case, I'm using thread. And I can even show you the thread I've got. I'm using some Miyuki thread. And I have this in my shop. I don't have the color I'm using, but I have one that would work really well. I feel like this color would look good. And I have this one in my shop. That's the dark olive. There's also sand ash.
Really pretty thread.
It really is gorgeous. And of course, all this stuff, you can get it from Jill Wiseman. If I don't have it, she's got it. And I guess she has all the beady stuff, guys. And I have something here to show you guys that I found. There's a hidden gem on her website. And I just got my shipment and I wanted to show it. If I'd had this when I started this bracelet, I would have used this thread. Have you ever heard of size D KO? So like
is that the stuff that you can use for like kumihimo?
No, this would be a little too thin for kumihimo, I think. But for example, Miyuki and KO are pretty much, my humble opinion, they are identical. I mean, I know they have a different label, but they're the same spool sizes, same colors, just a different label. So KO versus Miyuki, I interchangeably would use them, and they're what's called a size B as in boy. So they're pretty ideal for things like looming, fringe, peyote stitches. Not so great for structural needed stitches. Like I wouldn't use these for herringbone. I'm going to do a herringbone here in a minute. I'm going to grab my fire line for that. But anyway, size B as in boy. This is size D. So it's thicker. And she sells it on the card and by the spool, but I've never seen the spool before. And so I treated myself to one.
It's cool.
I love this. And so I'm seeing Beth says, please do a video on the bracelet. So yeah, you know what I'm going to do?
Can you use it for like knotting?
This maybe, but it's not thick enough, I think, for, like doing knotting for a standard drill. It might work as knotting for something very small, like an India, what is it called? The gemstones that Sam sells, sometimes he calls them India cut. They have a very tiny hole, or maybe a pearl would be good, but you'd want to double it probably for that.
Okay.
But I use this for, I find that it is gorgeous and wonderful for just good old peyote stitch and ladder bracelets. So, like when you stitch ladder bracelets, this is magic for that. Just a little bit thicker than this stuff.
Yeah, but then you've got like the added color on the edges of the leather to be
Yeah,
part of that, like a design element.
I'm thinking I'll open it and show you guys. And if you're not sure if you're gonna like it or not, you can always like get a little card and see. But
Oh, yeah.
let me. She sells the tiny little cards too. Let's look at the thickness difference. I don't know how well my camera is sharing that, but definitely this
Okay, I
feels
can see.
smooth and slicky and very small, much smaller than this one. The color might be throwing it off a little bit, but it's definitely got more heft to it. It's stronger
Mm.
and it's a lot thicker. So yeah, size B is in boy and D is in dog. It's kind of interesting, and it's not labeled. Well, okay, maybe. So here we go. 330 versus 440. That could explain.
Okay.
That is probably makes more sense than calling the numbers out and letters out. Yeah. So I will do a video, guys, with this, and I'll do the same bracelet and just kind of. I might change up the beads so that I can do something that's available, or I'll do it with something you can find on Jill's. That way,
That's
you
a good
can use.
idea.
Yeah, you can get it all from one place. You don't have to go to a bunch of different places. That's yeah, and yeah, Kathy, it's nylon, and it's my current obsession, so that's just why I'm sharing it. I'm red.
So,
I'm really,
so there'll
really
be more projects with it in the future then.
yeah, exactly. I might not carry it myself because it's, like, Jill's already got it, and I can just send you there, and she's already got the beads, so I just and you guys can find it there, but it's pretty cool. It's really nice, and I'm just excited to be able to get it, right? Because this is not something I can just go buy. The companies that sell these, they don't sell directly to small, like, small little wholesale businesses like mine. They have big companies, right? I just can't get the volume going is what I think would be the real thing there. But yeah, so I'm putting the little it's a 9 millimeter jump ring. So anything's gonna work like 9 millimeters ish jump rings. And then I fold it over. And then all you really gotta do is just find a spot here at the back where they kind of line up. And then just treat some of these beads here in the center as your up bead and connect it. So kind of what I like to do is I'll take a look and I'll see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll count 1, 2, 3 back, maybe 3 or 4. Let's try 3 and see how that looks. Get that jump ring back on there. And I think that's going to work really nicely.
It is so clever.
That goes right through it. And then I could put any clasp I want. I even have a cute one here next to me that might work.
I've got a whole bunch of 9 millimeter jump rings that I never use.
And this is where they shine, I feel like.
Yeah, now I would have like a whole new use for it.
And so I went through this one. So like we exited out of this here. And then I went through these. And now I'm going through these two here. And now I'll just make a turn and head back through one below it. So you can either go ahead or in front of it or behind it, I mean. So I'll just go right here. Pretty forgiving, actually, with where you stitch it down. And I want to reinforce it. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the one that I originally came down through when I added the attachment. We'll go through here, here again. And so that's pretty easy to do. Just going to go through it. And I want to show how to reinforce, and then that's all you got to do. So now that I've reinforced attaching, I want to reinforce this little tab itself. So I'm going to just stitch back through it, see? And it serves as my weaving in. And it makes it so easy to do.
Because you got to weave in anyway when you finish something. So
Yeah, exactly. That's so true. And at this point, I might turn because I'm going to be on the other side of my jump ring here. There we go. And this should bring me right back up to where the main bracelet is. Got a tight seed bead there. Hang on. Yeah, I would caution with that color lined one. There we go. Let's see if I can do something different. I decided not to insist on it. It did not want to go through.
Hmm.
Ah, there we go. That could have ended in tears, as my friend Kate says, but it worked. All right. So that's going through. So much of bead weaving is this little weaving in stuff takes longer than making your whole project. But there we go. Okay, so now from here, I'll just go through a few more, and that's it. I got it. And it's all set. So again, this seed bead mix that I'm using was a feature in my last Monday, and I'm giving one away today, the last one. But if you like this, the pattern itself, you can see what I did to start it by watching that last video. It's already on my YouTube channel. But I see a couple of requests to do an actual like start to finish full length with a pattern. So I'll make a point of doing one like this. We'll do a two-tone little pattern like that, and I'll post it as like an official project video. I don't know. I find those to be a little bit easier to follow too, but at the same time, the lives are more fun. We get more people come to the lives than to the pre-recorded ones.
It's because
I've
people
noticed
can talk to you.
it's just fun to be here and chat and get to be, with our friends and hanging out and stuff. But I totally get it. Like some folks, they just want to get right to the like thing and then see it. So there's a place for both types of recordings, I feel like.
I
Yeah.
agree. There's
Yeah.
places and times for both. I was just going to do a real quick one where I don't have the loop on both ends.
Oh yeah.
This
Let
is
me
how
make
I
yours.
did the earring.
Sure.
Yeah, because like I showed the ones with loops on both ends, but to do like one without a loop on one end, you're actually going to leave down here. You want to just leave some extra wire and then just do your wrapped loop up here. I don't need that guy on there while I make that wrapped loop. And you also don't need it as long as the other one, but you start that the same type of wrapped loop, but this doesn't have all that extra on the other side. And my wrapping isn't that great right now. There we go.
I think it looks good. And sorry, I went on mute for a second because whenever I type, it's so loud. So if I'm typing in the chat, I mute it and then I go back.
Nice. I am a noisy typer. I used to I learned how to type on a typewriter. And not any typewriter, like one of those really old school typewriters that you had to like plonk the keys down really hard to get it to like do anything.
Oh yeah.
So even after like 30 years of working on actual computers with softer keyboards that don't require the plonking, I am still a very noisy typer. And it's how I am. It's how I do. Yeah, so you want to leave like just this little end down here on the bottom, and I'll be wrapping around that instead of around a loop down there.
That was such a beautiful idea. And your picture is so clear. It's easy to see all of the little beads, and the colors are so bright and vivid.
Thank you.
I love it. It's really nice. Oh, Andrew Thornton is here, guys, and he says Angela Lansbury style. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So cool. Yep.
Oh man, I'm glad Andrew is here. I used an Allegory Gallery pendant on one of my recent things that I made on my channel.
Oh, did you?
It was one of the cutout bats. I love it so much.
Those are so cool. Oh, yeah, I watched that video that you posted. I saw that one.
Yeah, it was the Gone Batty kit, but I was like, I still had one of those in my bead stash from like a previous Halloween that I'd gotten from Allegory Gallery, and I was like, this is perfect, and I'll go with this.
That is so cool.
I mean, if you want to know, like half of my Halloween bead stash is those Halloween inspiration kits that they have. They're so cute. They're so cool.
Andrew wrote, "You did such a good job, Becky."
Oh, thank you, Andrew. All right, here we go. Let's switch this guy around. This one's a little bit harder because it doesn't have these loops that we had. This part is going to want to bend. So I like to do a little bend and give it a little pinch to hold before I go back around the other way. It's just something to keep in mind when you get to that part, because it's going to want to bend. Because it doesn't have that
for sure.
stability of these loops up here.
I'm on a roll over here. I'm setting up my next one.
Nice.
It's so fun.
Because you had a couple of things to share.
Oh, wow. Andrew says he'll do custom cutouts for us. Yes, yes, yes.
How cool is that?
That is so cool. Absolutely, yes. Becky, you'll have to help me think of a design.
Oh my gosh.
We can collab, and we'll come up with something really cool. I'm digging through I hope it's not loud. I'm digging through a glass full of crystal that has loose seed beads at the bottom. I'm looking for a stop bead. So I need a random bead that's just a little bit going to hold the spot. There we go. I found something. But every girl's got a cup of amethyst next to her full of loose seed beads, right?
Right. Well, I've got my whenever I like clear off my bead mat or something, or clean up the things that fell on the floor, I've got like the little thing here that I just put my random beads in. So like I have some really fun things. I've got these like leaf earrings that I made. I've just put them in here instead of putting them with my other earrings. Posts.
Yay! Jennifer says, "Yay, more questions!" And we've got another question about your beadboard, and I think you said earlier that was from Amazon.
Mm-hmm. It's Hobby Worker is the
Hobby Worker
title.
Yeah,
if you wanted to look it up, put it in the search terms. It's not that expensive. It's less than 20.
And Leslie says that your bracelet is amazing. And then there's a question about where to get the owls. So Debbie, the owls I actually sent those to Becky, and I have them in my shop not in my shop at the moment. I used to carry them. The green ones just sold out. They were used by Carol in her last design, so everyone grabbed the green ones. I have a bunch of the other colors though. So I'm gonna just throw them in people's orders. So if you write owls on your order, I'll throw owls in there. And I'm throwing clasps in because Etsy removed my listing for clasps. So if you're placing orders with me this week, just write owls clasp. Remind me, and I'll throw them in. I meant to list them, but they're just loose, and they're random colors. I can't promise what colors because I don't even know what I've got, but I have a whole bucket of them from when I used to do the individual ones. It got actually really complicated. What happened is I was sending the wrong color to people when they ordered them because they're some of them were very, very close. Like the There, you see how you have two that look like they're black?
Yeah.
Well, one of them is actually a transparent Montana blue. And then
Yeah,
the other
that's
one,
this one. It's got the blue through it. And then
yeah.
this one isn't. Oh, this one's the blue and this one's
That's
not.
the,
This one's the blue one. You can
I was
see the light.
and there's like 5 different topazes, and they're all different, and they're different on the strand because when you get these from Czech Republic, they come with so many different finishes and colors. And I was getting, it was kind, but I was getting kind of complaints a little bit about them because sometimes the picture that I posted, they would get a strand that was a little different, right? Because it was a different colors.
Mm.
So listings like that are a little tricky for me. So I'm just going to make them free gifts. They're just going to go in, like, unless I get one where they're all the same, but that's like really hard to get, you know?
You're being kind to yourself, so you don't have to do that.
And I always put little gifts on my orders, so that is an opportunity to do that.
You can't complain about a free gift if it's
Nope.
the wrong color, especially if it's like made a note of that, like, I cannot guarantee colors.
Exactly. And I'm thinking I will probably show you guys, I have a long list of like videos I want to do. I have so many.
Feels.
Because I have some from Allegory Gallery on my mat right now that I'm about to start. And I know that you guys are going to want a video for this one. So I'm just going to promise that right up front that I'm going to do a recorded one, because this is going to be herringbone. And yeah, I think, oh, I see a comment. Sorry, I got distracted. I saw a cool comment. Yeah, I wish they made frogs too. Does anyone know, do they make Czech glass frog? Does that exist?
Andrew, that's what you should make, frogs.
Well, I was going to say I have a frog. I'll show you guys in a second. A beautiful pewter Allegory Gallery pewter frog. Let me find it really quick. I have it right here.
I think I have an Allegory Gallery frog too. I have to go look.
And so let's get that going here.
Okay, real quick, I'm going to show how to finish this. So I've got the little thing sticking out of the bottom. All I'm going to do is cut the end off and bend it up back towards the back and just tuck that end in. Right there.
Yay!
And then I can put my earring. I've got my little earrings, my owl earrings.
Anne says she loves your design.
They're very fall right now. And I'm in love with that. I'm gonna put these this on, and I'm gonna put my owl bracelet on. I need those because it is long enough now.
Oh, so you can wear it. So just pop in a jump ring there.
Yep. And I'm just putting on the loop because I like to do 2 jump rings on my toggle part. It gives you more articulation.
What a cute idea. So how many would people need to do a bracelet? 1, 2, 3.
Well, for me, I've got a 7.5-inch wrist, and I've got 5 owls on here. So if you've got like if you've got like a 6.5-inch wrist, you might be able to get away with just 4 of them and a couple of extra jump rings.
Well, what do you think about
too big?
Make bags of 7. I'm just going to throw them in as bags of 7. Then people can make earrings.
And you could have earrings and a bracelet.
Yeah.
And I instead of like joining them as I made them, I went ahead and used the jump rings just because it's more articulation again. So it fits around a wrist better.
So that'll be exclusive for folks who see this video. Just write owls and clasps. And if you've already placed an order and you didn't write it, don't worry. Just like send me a message or something. But I was going to drop the clasps in with all my orders anyway. The owls, just write that in your notes.
There you
There it is.
It's a little loose, but
Oh, that's so cute.
so yeah, maybe 4 would work for a smaller wrist. Probably have done it with just the 4, maybe.
I like it as it is. I don't like them super tight, so I think that's perfect.
Yeah. I can layer it with other bracelets on here.
Oh, that's awesome. Very
Yeah.
cool. Well, here, let's bring our screens up, and then I was going to show you guys my next project. And you mentioned the froggy, so you guys are going to love this.
Oh
Okay.
gosh, I love those colors.
Get the froggy dreams here. So you can get this frog from Allegory Gallery. You go to allegorygallery.com, and that is so cute. I'm hoarding this one. I love him so much. He's so cute.
He's adorable.
He just like looks like he's floating in a swimming pool. He's just hanging out.
The cutest bunny.
I know, he's so adorable. He's chilling. That's awesome. And then my next project, wanted to show, I'm so excited about how these came out, guys. So I finished this beautiful loom project. And I got my findings on there. And I'm really excited about how this one looks. It's very fun. And then I have this one also finished, but I need to put a finding on it. And so I wanted to vote. Do you guys, which of these clasps do you like? And these clasps are also from Allegory Gallery. You can get them on the same website that I was just showing. But this one looks like rope, and that one kind of looks like an eye. And that would be really cool. I'm leaning towards this one, but I'm torn. Yeah, Debbie says she likes this one. I think so. So that's my finishing this one. And this is my new project.
Cool.
So I'm going to do a herringbone design. And what I will do is I will post every color I used. All my beads are from Jill. It's size 8.0 seed beads. And these are all Miyuki. And this is like a Pacific Ocean-y mix. I know it's not in the right season, but I was really drawn to the colors. And she just did a really big drop of 8.0 seed beads like that were new to her shop. She did it a couple of weeks ago for our chenille design. And so I went a little crazy and I got myself some.
I know she does like Delica mixes or like Delica sets.
She does.
I've got several of them.
Oh yeah, you and I should do a Delica set project together because I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, because she does sets of like coordinated Delicas and stuff. I've got like a Halloween set that I haven't even cracked into for that. But it's not Halloween anymore.
I thought we could get these to work too if we did.
But like, does she do sets with the 8.0 seed beads too? I can't remember if she does or not.
Currently I don't know. I don't think she has any 8.0 sets on her website.
Okay.
Oh, and Karen, I'm JillWisemanDesigns.com. That's where I got all these colors. And I'll do a post on my website because I'm going to have a pattern for this design, and you're going to want to check out Allegory Gallery for the finding and for my cute charms and my clasp. All of these
that is the coolest finding.
Doesn't this look like, and I see the fishy too.
Yeah, perfect.
It's going to be very, very similar to how this one was made with one kind of minor difference that I could maybe even show really quick. And I see a question. What allegory finding is already on the bracelet? Okay, so this one is the finding with, let's see how many holes. I have one that doesn't have a stitch on it yet. Let me grab that. Okay, so there's actually three. There's three sizes. The one that I used in my last feature was this one. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 holes. And so this one, if you're looking for this one specifically, I linked these on my website. You can find it currently. If you go to DanielleWicksJewelry.com, patterns and tutorials, it's actually currently my first tutorial in the list. And it's pretty wide. Carol, it is about, let's see. It's 1.5 inches about, looks like. Anyway, this is the one I finished live in my last live. I showed the looming, and then I showed how to connect it. a really easy knotting process where we kind of did some knots and we did some burnings. You can find the link to that video on my website too. But during that class, I got asked about herringbone stitch. And so you guys got my mind turning. And so I thought I would do a herringbone with this one. And there's a bunch of ways you could do it. You could easily do a very, very statement herringbone with this one, which I'm probably going to do at some point because I love it. But sometimes when I'm making something really wide, I go for looming because looming is by far fastest. You know what I mean? Peyote takes forever. Herringbone takes a good while too, but looming I can get done in a day. So I love looming for that reason. And so that's why I kind of went with that on these. But I also have these. And again, these are a 12 hole. And again, these are all available here. If you're looking for them. So all you got to do is just kind of like come up with a design. And loom is great. If you want to know how to do a herringbone, it's going to be very easy, but here's what I think it's going to look like. And again, don't worry about remembering this because I'm going to do a whole video. But just to give you a little teaser, I'm using Fireline now. I switched to a strong thread. I actually went for 8-pound, but you can do 6-pound. But whenever I do herringbone, I go for a really powerful thread because it's something that's a little loose. And this is a stop bead, so I'm just stringing it, going back through. And the plan I have for the stop bead is just to hold everything in place while I get my first few rows on. And after my rows are on, I'll take the stop bead off and I'll weave it back up into the work. And I'll show you all of that in detail. But just in theory, I want to check the spacing. I've already kind of done some measuring, so I know it's going to work pretty good. But I'm going to work through, see, one side is kind of recessed in there, and then the other side is flat.
Ooh.
And so for this, remember when we loomed, we went the other way. For this one, I'm going to go and bring my stop bead just right here. And then I thought I might work, since I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. Well, maybe we'll just do blocking. What do you think? I'm trying to think if I should do stripe, like a stripe like that. But I want to use all the colors. So maybe it just makes sense to do some really simple, easy color blocking. And that way the pattern's nice and easy. That I reserve the right to change it though. But just to demo it, let's get those on there. So there's no ladder stitch required. You can start
immediately.
Yeah, because you got anyone who's done herringbone, you know you have to do a ladder stitch row.
Yeah.
This one, no problem. You don't have to. It's going to come up through the next bead here, or sorry, through the next hole. And then I'm going to string on. You know what? I'm going to go random with my colors, actually. Inspired. Next one. Look how this is working. If I laugh maniacally, I apologize.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. All right.
It's
Well,
really
I was sort of thinking it was about time for me to go order some stuff from Allegory Gallery in the first place. So I'm going to get some of those findings.
If you do, join me for the video. Maybe we can do it together because it would
be so much fun.
Yeah. And then I would be beading with you and it would be funner that way. So
Oops. It's always funner to bead with friends.
Yeah. I find that I procrastinate with making the recorded videos because I'm just sitting there by myself talking to myself and it's like not as exciting, you know? Guys, look how cool this is.
I started recording stuff because I would talk to myself while I was making stuff anyway. And it's just less weird if the camera's on.
Yep. I hear you. I hear you so well. Yeah, that's so true. I'm looking at this thinking, okay, so now we got to make a turn, right? You know how you do the step up turn? There's a couple of ways you can do the step up turn. I'm thinking go up through the second hole here. So you see how there's 2 holes?
Yeah.
Let's go through the second one right here. Oops. My thread got caught on my keyboard tray. And then from here, so we're exiting out of that second one. Just go ahead.
Be as messy as you want on that underside because it's hidden.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And once I have a few rows, all I got to do is just bring these up through it, and I got it.
Oh my gosh. You know what? That would be like such a great way to start. Hold on, there's another project that I've been in progress. Do I have it here?
You have it? Oh, if you have it, I'll show it.
It was one of your projects that I've been working on it, but that would be such a great way to start.
It would be.
This project. I've been in progress. I've mostly got it. I just need to attach.
Are you showing it? Oh, let me bring your screen up.
Yeah. It's in progress. I just need to finish it and get it like attached on the ends. But it's that one with like that star seeds where you have the herringbone on the ends, right?
Oh yeah.
And then the strands in the middle.
That
single
is so
strands.
pretty.
Remember this
You know,
project?
that would work so nicely with this finding. You wouldn't have to.
Yeah, it would be like so perfect with that finding to have just start the herringbone here, or like on both sides, and then just do the strands through there, and have that.
I love that. That would be great.
You know what? Actually, because I could just sew these herringbone ends into it.
Yeah, you could do that too, even if you've already created your ends.
Did you say there were 8 holes?
Yeah, there's actually more than a few versions. So like there's the one I've got here. Look how easy it is. It's like, oh my gosh. It's so pretty and it's so done already. Like all I would do is sit there and stitch and it would just go, it would be done in like 30 minutes. That's
so easy.
There is
I'm gonna get one of those ends for this bracelet that I haven't finished yet.
This one is
basically done. It just needs ends.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so that's 12 on this one. So you can either do 8 or 12 if you like the little dots, which I thought would be cool with this oceany. Like if I bring my little fish with the bubbles on, the dots just seemed to really go with that.
Yeah.
I thought that was very cool. But then the woodsy feeling, I'm in love with the scroll work on the other one. And if Andrew's still here, I wonder, is there an 8-hole one in this version? I didn't see it, but I'm terrible at browsing. So I looked and if there's an 8-hole version of this, I would totally use that as well. But this is a 12, I believe. 12, yeah. I counted that already. It's so cool. I love this. It's so fun. And it's so easy to finish so many different kinds. Now, I was thinking peyote. Because you know how peyote ends with those little up down? We could do
bumpity bumps.
Yeah, depending on the bead size you're using, you could size down a bead and flatten a row. You know how to flatten in a peyote row, like you know what I mean? Like you just sew a bunch of 8-0, you just put some 11s, 2 11s, and then that would make that edge flat, and then you could just do the same way we did with the loom, going around through it. And that'd be super fun.
I got my little towels in.
Oh, you got your owls on. Well, let's see. And then we got to do that giveaway.
Right?
Oh, no, I almost forgot the giveaway. Oh my gosh. Oh, gorgeous. I love your designs. You were so talented.
I took one of the L's out of the bracelet too.
Oh, you did? You took an L out?
Yeah, but then I added a couple of extra jump rings to give myself some.
Because you probably want it keyboard friendly so you can type.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, hey,
so I can whack the crap out of my keyboard.
Let's see. I'm going to do the giveaway. Let's go bring that here. And so we have, I got to refresh the page. An error. What? No. Let's see. Enter. Oh, no. Okay, so I should still have my 47. Oh, no.
Did it clear everybody out?
It might have. Okay, guys.
Everybody type hashtag Becky.
Well, we're going to wait a minute. I'm sorry about that, guys. It said I had an error, and I should have just ignored it and hit the button.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I need Colleen. Colleen's coming back, guys. I think she's going to be back with me next week. And she does the giveaways so much better than me. I need to put her back in charge of doing giveaways.
I've vacation. She's allowed to take vacations, right?
She's allowed. She's allowed to go on vacation. But I need her.
So much fun.
And I love her. We need her to come back. I'll give you guys a few minutes. I know we had 47, so I want to definitely get over that 47 number. So I know I didn't miss anyone.
Yeah.
And this pretty much guarantees everyone will be here. Let's see. It's getting there. It's creeping up there. And sorry about that, guys. I don't know why it didn't. Normally it's quite good. So I wonder if it's because I went over the hour. That could be why. And Deborah says 72 people watching. Yeah, the StreamYard is interesting. It combines Facebook and YouTube. So I'm seeing 92 here. And it should be combining entries from both locations as well, I believe.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Terry, you've got a typo here. You want to put BEKI.
Yeah, there's no C. Sorry.
She's got it. Okay.
Okay, good.
All right, one more, and I think we've got it. Oh, hey, Rebecca.
I joined the chat on my other device here so I could see everybody.
Oh, you did. Oh, good.
Yay.
Awesome.
Homework play. Fun.
One more person, you can hit that button. And we'll do 2 drawings, one for the seed bead mix and one for the bag of clasps. It's like 5 magnetics. Let me hold it up really quick. This one.
Man. A whole bag of clasps though.
Yeah, these are the magnetic 3-prong, great for 8/0 seed beads. They also work really nicely with other beads too, so you can try out different stuff. So we'll do the tube first. And so give me a thumbs up if you think it's good. You guys think it's good?
How many?
Yay, 47. We got it.
Okay, we're back to where we started.
It's still, so we're back to where we were, 49.
Yep. Oh, and even more now.
Oh, good. Okay. All right, we got the thumbs up. Okay, here we go. This is for the tube of seed beads. The one used in that bracelet I was doing at the beginning. I'll hold that up here. Carol! Hey, congrats, Carol. Awesome. I think I already have your address.
Oh, perfect.
Sweet. So that is your seed bead tube. And let's do our next drawing for the clasps here. So let's do our draw again. Michelle! And so, Michelle, the best way to reach me for telling me where to send this is folks have been going to my Etsy page and just sending me a message there, but you can also find me at Danielle Wicks Jewelry on Instagram. You can send me an email, danielle@daniellewicksjewelry.com. Or you can go to Facebook Messenger. I'm in there too from my Facebook Messenger page. So all those ways, great way to get me. And I will send these out to you.
Yeah. Like everybody who orders from you is also a winner because they're going to get some clasps in their order,
yes,
right?
Everyone's a winner because I'm throwing one clasp in every order. And then if you write owls, I'm adding owls too. So you've inspired me.
We've got owls. It's like we did one kind of herringbone and now you're doing the other kind of herringbone.
Yep, exactly. And so the video, I will do a full length video for this and I'll just upload it at some point when I get it done. And I said I would also do one for the bracelet that I did earlier, which was this sweet one right here. So we'll have a couple videos coming up. I'll try to get those done in the next few weeks, guys. It takes me some time to edit and stuff like that. Plus I got to finish my some other things that I promised I've got one going for Jill and one going for Sam that I got to get done. I do have something new in the shop though. And I think did I send this to you, Becky? I hope I did. Because you mentioned Delicas earlier. And I think you might have got it yesterday. It might not be with you yet. It might be in your mailbox.
No, I did. I just didn't bring it over here to the table with me.
Well, we'll have to do a future live on it because I wasn't able to get this to you in time. But I have a new little mini kit. And this is actually 11/0, guys. I know we've been doing a lot of 10/0 Delica, but I went with 11/0 because there is a finding design specifically for 11 And so I'm going to do a little project on one of the Mondays for this little kit here. And that's already in my shop. You can find it. It's got so these are 6.8 gram tubes. And this is called Robin's Nest. I did not create this mix. It is one that is from the suppliers, but I thought it was cool, and I thought it was nice because it felt holiday-ish to me, but not traditional holiday colors because we kind of did that with Celebration. So something a little different, Robin's Nest, and then I went with the bronze little thing. And see, there's 5 pairs in there. You can just go ahead and stitch to your heart's content, and I will do a project with it. And that's all my
these are really cool findings too.
Do you like them?
Yeah. I was looking at them like, what would be some fun ways of using these?
I bet you're going to come up with amazing ideas. So you guys see Becky's got them in her hands too, so you might end up with like extra inspiration. Or you for sure will, because you always make something wonderful every time you make.
These are really cute, and I think maybe like you'd start it here and do like some earrings with some things coming down from them.
You know, I'm so channeled into bracelets. It's like, but earrings would be so brilliant with these because they would suspend kind of like, I wish I'd had something like that when we did the sagebrush mix, like it would hang. It kind of did that sort of, but it was a little bigger than I wanted for like an earring. These are so light. They're going to just like, they don't weigh anything on the ears.
Yeah. Because then like it could all be beads.
Yeah, all beads. All beads all the time.
All of the beads.
Oh yeah. So we had a great live today. I kept you guys a little longer than usual, but I wanted to say thank you, Becky, for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. I had so much fun beading with you, Danielle. It's such a great time.
You're so awesome company. I always saw really fun, and your videos are awesome. In case anyone doesn't know, Becky has an amazing YouTube channel, and you post so much great project inspiration, and you also have these great organization tips for beads, like how to store them, how to sort them, and those are so fun. I love watching them.
I need to organize them because the rest of my life is chaos. So
I know that's why our beads have to be organized, because that's the one thing we can do. The world around us might be. What's that meme where the guy, like, he's on a ship and he's like, you know, this is like old school, like East India Trade Company. I think it's from Pirates. I'm not sure, but he's walking and like all this stuff's like flying. There's cannonballs coming through. It's like this big pirate battle, and he's just walking calmly through. If you know what I'm talking, if you know what
I know what you're saying. Yeah, like there's like shards of wood like flying past his head, and he's just like, eh.
I need that hat, but it would be me with beads. You know, like all things are exploding around.
Right? Just keep beating, just keep beating, just keep beating.
Don't look outside, don't doom scroll, just do your beads. It's all good. Right? It's so fun.
You can make something and then everything will be okay.
Yeah. It's so true. Well, thanks, Robin. So folks are saying thank you, and thank you to you, Becky, and great show. And so we will see you guys. Becky and I will be back for sure. And we'll brainstorm some new stuff. And then I'll be back on Monday for my usual time. And I think for Monday, I'm going to either be doing something with the new set here. Yeah. And then I think that's probably what I'll do, because I think these will be recorded videos, I think, for these projects, because they're ones where you have like step outs and stuff. So yeah, that's what we'll do Monday. And then where's your next live coming up? Is that
am I doing another live? I think
you just had one with Cassandra.
I did one on Wednesday with Cassandra, and then I had you, and my next one that's on the books is with Nile, but that isn't until like the 22nd, I think.
Oh, that's awesome.
Of November.
Well, that'll be here.
It's gonna be lots of fun.
I'm blinking. It'll be November 22nd. So I'm looking forward to that. I will definitely tune in and see you for that.
Oh man, it'll be lots of fun. It'll be using some of the stuff that he's going to be putting in the pop-up shop soon. So there's going to be some color in there.
Oh, I cannot wait to see what you do with it. Oh, awesome. Yeah, you guys don't want to miss that. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
a quick question. What is Becky's YouTube channel? And I would like to type that in really quick. It is in the description, guys, but let me give you a
The
link.
keto burrito.
Oh, yes. So
All
it's
one word.
Bekito.
And then burrito.
And hopefully I spelled that right. Did I get it right? Bekito.
That's the one.
That's the one. All right. So if you type that into YouTube, guys, it'll come up. Awesome. Well, hey, happy Saturday. I'll let you guys go and see you in the next one. Bye. Happy beading.